I don't know what the hell is going on with Brandon and Shimon trying to get in here. I don't know, but I got my man Keith in here, who is the FFF champion. I see the ring. I had to put it out there. Welcome back, Rellism Raw Sports Talk, episode 125, where we talk about sports from Hall of Famers, the local talent, to the big time storylines. Thank y'all for watching on YouTube, listening on podcast. My man Tommy's taking the wife out, but he's running that Facebook. Check it out. I got love for the mamba, and always all the love for my mama. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Keith? What's good?
Not much.
You whooping my butt in fantasy so far already. That late touchdown driving me crazy.
Yeah, it ain't over yet though.
So we're gonna talk about week 1 in the NFL, first week in the Raw League, which I shit the bed. I don't know how much we're gonna get to, but I want to get to the 5 funnest, rivalries in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Preview of week 2 if we have time, whatever. Last night's game, which was a big one, and then just a recap of week 1. So starting with week 1, that's why Tommy really ain't here, because Russ went to Seattle and he rode out with an L. What was your biggest takeaway from that, Keith?
Oh man, of that game right there.
Of that game,
is of course the call at the end. Like, why did they try to play for that field goal? That's why I sent in the group chat. I sent all them question marks. Like, what are they doing? Like,
right.
I was just shocked. It didn't even seem real. Like, they weren't even, they had plenty of time and they were wearing the time down, weren't even trying to get a first down or anything. I didn't understand it at all. See, stuff like that is why it makes me think the NFL is like rigged entertainment. And it just drives me nuts. But I ain't going to talk about that.
I agree with that so much, man. It was crazy because I'm sitting here. Brandon's trying to get in. He's driving me crazy. I don't know what. Both of them are trying to get in, I think. I don't know why y'all can't get in. We do this every week, fellas. But anyway, I agree with you. I was happy to see Seattle win, even though I lost in my survivor pool. It didn't matter to me because I hate Russell Wilson. Can't stand him. And I love the fact that Tommy's team lost. I love that. I'm trying to let y'all in, guys. I don't know what's going on. Why y'all can't get in all of a sudden? There's somebody. That must be Brandon with some Undertaker shit going on. I don't know who else is trying to get in. Y'all just wasting my time with this shit.
Did you send Shimon the link?
Yes, and everybody. I think that must be Brandon with some Undertaker. Anyway, so Russell Wilson went out with an L. I am of the opinion with all that time left, if you're a superstar quarterback, we see it all the time. Quarterbacks take over. They're like, no, we making plays. Da, 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 da. Why did he say something? I don't think he wanted that pressure of going for it on 4th down and then not making it and it'd be more shit on him. He's like, he was happy to go on the sideline, like, I drove him down there. The kicker missed it. What do you think, Keith?
But isn't it ironic how it happened again to him, just like it did in the Super Bowl with the Marshawn Lynch thing?
Exactly.
He's probably thinking, what in the world, man? But hey, as long as he keeps feeding Javonte Williams those dink and dunks all year, I'll be happy.
No doubt. Brandon, can you hear me with that tight-ass dolphin lid on? Oh, he's connecting the audio. We can't hear him yet right now.
I can't see him.
I can see him. But Hackett at first tried to justify it, saying it was all good, but then he rebutted and was like, oh, I should have done something different. Is he ready to be a coach? Is he ready to be the coach?
Man, that's just, I don't understand what's going on between him and the Chargers coach, who needs to just slow down a little bit. I don't know what's going on.
I hear you. I think they're all happy to be there. Brandon, you still can't hear us yet? Says he's connecting the audio. I guess Shamash. I don't know what y'all trying to do, but I got something to do. All right, so we talked about Russ. I was never high on Denver anyway. But Javonte needs to get the ball all the time. Melvin Gordon, great player in your time, whatever. Javonte's running over people catching balls. He needs to.
That's a good 1-2 punch, though. That's a good one,
man. So other people that ain't doing it is the Cowboys. Primetime game against the GOAT Tom Brady, who didn't look good that much either, but we ain't gonna talk about that. They looked awful, dude. And everybody was always wondering about, y'all didn't get no wide receivers, no help, da 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 da. What can the Cowboys do now besides Dak Prescott? What would you see that worries you?
Man, unfortunately, I fell asleep for most of that game. But from what I saw, I mean, I think losing that lineman really hurt them bad.
Right.
And is Dak the answer really? I mean, who
Is he?
doesn't? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, just think. You know what's going to happen? In my opinion, this Cooper Rush dude is going to come out and ball. Watch. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. He's going to come out and ball.
You know this
and
ain't his first time playing, right?
No, yeah, it don't matter. He's going to come out, but he's going to do just enough to put in people's minds. Like, do we need Dak? Do we need Dak? Watch.
You think so? Cooper Rush?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I really do.
Hey, cool with me. I could care less because I hate the Cowboys. But I agree with you. Is he the answer? I've always questioned that. His rookie year with Zeke, when they were there, that team was built for Romo. That line was built. The system was built for Romo. He happened to fall into a great situation. And then, then they blew it. You know what I mean? Brandon's trying to get in all these mugs. I don't know what's going on with Brandon. But so I agree with you. And I'm worried because I think that him and Zeke might be gone at the end of the year.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I really think so. I think next year that really might happen, yo. We got Brandon on everything. We got double Brandons out here. But I'm happy to see the Cowboys doing what they're doing and just keep messing up. So I'm trying to go fast through these games because I want to get to the good stuff with us. The 49ers lost to the Bears. In my opinion, I thought the Bears would be the worst team in football. Yeah. Brandon, you're muted. Unmute yourself. There you go. But was it the monsoon, Keith, that made the 49ers look like that, especially Trey Lance? Or was it?
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to judge Trey Lance yet. But I will say that with the Bears, I mean, they got a new coach now. So they might be a lot better than we expect. You know what I'm saying? With the new coach. Yeah. I mean,
so you think it's more of the Bears looking or being better than what we expected to be, more than the 49ers being worse than what we thought they'd be?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think that the Bears are probably it's a different Bears team. We never seen this system before. It was their debut with the new coach. The weather really played a part. 49ers just could not get anything going, man. And that it's hard to even judge that game, because of the weather for both teams, really.
So we're gonna give Trey Lance another shot then. We're gonna give
absolutely.
Brandon, I can see you, Brandon. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Brandon? Still can't hear me yet, Brandon? Okay. I
agree. Go back out and go back in.
I think the weather did play a role in that, but both teams played in it. So
yeah,
I mean, both teams played in it. And Justin Fields, a second-year quarterback, just like Trey Lance, and he showed that moxie with that cross the field throw. You know what I mean? He had a certain.
He's gonna be a sneaky fantasy guy, man.
You know what I mean? But it's just the reason why I wanted us to draft him because he's just got a certain kind of like.
He's confident.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we scored.
Too stupid to do stuff like that. Too stupid to do stuff like that. All right, so you don't think Jimmy G being there has anything to do with anything? How long can Trey Lance stay there with Jimmy G on the bench? I mean, is it going to hurt him at all? No.
No, I think Trey Lance is good, man. I think he's got a good attitude, and he's really athletic. I think they'll work it out, man. And they always can fall back on Jimmy G.
Will Jimmy G end the year with the 49ers, or will somebody get him, in your opinion?
I think he's going to end the year with the 49ers. Because I heard Deebo Samuel say that I know this probably had nothing to do with it, but that Jimmy G is one of the best human beings in life, that mentors him in life. So that's huge.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's big time stuff right there. So I think he's going to be there. And Jimmy G just probably, I mean, I think he's not one of these mothers that I ain't helping Trey Lance. I think he'll lead him in the right direction. And, yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. All right, on to my big game. One of the only things that I predicted right was the Vikings beating Green Bay. What up, Brandon? Can you hear us? You hear us, Brandon? All right. Anyway, Keith. Green Bay goes down hard to the Vikings. I saw different kind of things. What was your first instinct when you saw how the game was going?
That they finally Minnesota is finally getting unleashed. They don't have that stubborn coach anymore.
There it is.
They have an offense. They have that offense they can let loose now. And man, dude, honestly, and even before the game, I thought, man, I wish I could have changed my Super Bowl pick to Minnesota because I can really see it being Minnesota and Buffalo. Yeah.
We're going to get to that before we end, because I'm going to say something about one of the games this week. Can you hear us, Brandon?
Yeah, finally. I don't know what's wrong.
Brandon's in the house. He's in the house. We talk about the Vikings over Green Bay. My biggest thing, just like you said, Keith, was the coaching. The coaching, look, Kirk Cousins looked comfortable. Didn't he? He looked comfortable. And Justin Jefferson is going to be that guy, the number one fantasy wide receiver. He's taking over. I mean, he's just freaking taking over, yo. It's crazy. But on the other side of it, Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers ain't going to do nothing with the rookie receivers, but you're coming out in the media dogging them. How far is Green Bay going to fall?
Dude, it wouldn't surprise me they lose to Chicago Sunday night.
Could that? You were just talking about Chicago might be better.
Yeah, I think Chicago's better than what we think. So, I mean, it really wouldn't surprise me.
Brandon's laughing. What you think, Brandon? Is Green Bay going to bounce back? Is it relax?
Yeah, I mean, same. What happened last year? They got blasted in the first game, right?
Devontae Adams was there last year.
Yeah, I mean, Lazard will be back. That dude dropped a wide open touchdown. That probably pissed him off from the get, man.
So you think these rookies are going to work hard, even though he's dogging them in the media?
Maybe that's his way of getting them to work hard. I mean,
that's the way.
I don't know. Maybe
because I saw Devontae Adams out there doing things, even though they lost.
Yeah, he was.
But I think he was still showing that
because they got a subpar
I can still
quarterback.
do something with Derek Carr. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't doing that with Derek Carr, man.
He was killing the last game.
But they lost because of Derek Carr.
They lost, but
I ain't never seen nobody fumble as much as Derek Carr.
Yeah.
He's never thrown more than 20.
He did what he does.
Yeah.
All right, what about Dabo? Going for 2 to win, changing the culture for the Giants. Me and Brandon were both high on their draft, and I kept saying that Daniel Jones is going to take off, and Saquon Barkley was going to win comeback player of the year. It looked like both of those things might happen. What do you think, Brandon?
I love it. I'm loving Barkley. Shit.
You got Barkley?
Yeah. And,
which league?
ESPN.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, I put up the most points in both leagues. We don't want to talk about that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I was going to bring that up. Yes, he did.
I mean, I wanted to see Shaman talking all that shit. It was over.
It's funny how Shaman, who was talking all that shit, and then Tommy, who's all them ain't here, and Swole Daddy after the Patriots got molested. It's funny how ain't none of them here. All our teams won.
Yeah, probably because Swole and I made a bet on that game.
And we're going to get to the big board. We're still a year or so away for the Giants, right? They'll still be last place in the division?
Yeah, I think so.
Unless Dallas really falls apart.
Dallas with Dak, I don't think was any good. But.
I didn't think so either. Keith, what's your boy Mitch? Your boy Mitch got a lucky ass win, right? He had 2 passes over 25
I'm gonna tell you,
yards.
My thing. I mean, he's not great, but
he ain't worse than Ben.
He made the play that we needed to make that Ben would have been sacked on last year.
Are you happy with that? Are you happy with his performance? Or are you ready to see Pickett yet?
I want to see this week how he looks because that was just. I feel like we were holding it back. We were holding our offense back.
But that's what he said. He said we need to have a killer mindset and go after these people.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in the preseason. We were airing the ball out, but man, we were just like we weren't doing.
Maybe they don't
we weren't
trust
even looking
Mitch.
Downfield. I think they do, man. But I don't know. I just think they were trying to be careful.
I think it's Matt Canada. I think he's been the problem.
Mm.
Well, we'll see Sunday when we go 2-0 against the Pats.
I don't know.
That game's going to be interesting, yo. That game's going to be very interesting. I was going to bring up the Dolphins and the Pats because that had a lot of implications on the big board. Because, first of all, the Patriots lost. Redskins won. Swole, you already owe me 5 because we won. Brandon and Swole bet that the Patriots would go 2-0. There. You already lost that bet there. You already owe Brandon money. Dolphins and Broncos. Tommy, y'all already lost. So me and Brandon and Tommy are looking like we're going to get some money out here. So keep going Dolphins. Y'all got a tough game this week, Brandon.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
tough.
it's a bit tougher. I think we will win.
You think you will win on the road?
Yeah, I mean,
On the road.
That's a hard one. I hope
Look,
y'all do.
I'm not afraid of Lamar, man.
See,
All right,
look,
last night's game, Chiefs Chargers. I think this is gonna be teams that we're gonna see for a long time. What was your first? If you watching the whole, who watched? Y'all both watched the game.
yeah, I watched.
What? If just give me in a nutshell, what's your first thought process about the game?
Mine is the Chargers coach needs to calm down and slow down a little bit. Yeah,
As
like
far as
that,
what?
as far like that play when Everett had that big run and he was like, "I'm trying to come out the
Trying
game,"
to come out the game.
and smart coach would have said, got them out, and paid attention to that, but they just tried to throw it right to. He couldn't even go for the ball, and that was the game. That was the game right there. And I just saw a couple things too. Sometimes I feel like they're doing rushing too much. They're rushing their offense. They're looking like Chip Kelly was with Philly there for a little while. And I don't think they need to do that. They need to slow it down a little bit.
What do you think, Brandon?
I think a few things. For one, the coach, I think he's just awful. Period. And I don't think
the Chargers coach.
Yeah. But the refs fucked a lot of shit up for me.
It was interesting with the refs.
Mahomes picks, all of them seem to get called back for some reason.
3 of them.
I don't care what anyone says. They missed Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
that's why I have him not in the playoffs.
And you can see it. And you can see it. And Justin Herbert is the fucking truth.
The truth. My takeaway from the game is me and Brandon were right that the Chargers will win that division because they didn't have the best corner or their best receiver on the field. And they were right there, like he said, that dumb blown pick 6 away from winning. Yeah. They dominated the game. And maybe Tommy's right. I'll give you some credit, Tommy. Maybe you're right about Eckler. Maybe his time is over.
It's one game.
He didn't really get the opportunities. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't big on him this year.
And all these people are in the game. I have no idea what this is going on.
I'll take him on my team. Shit, he's a good player.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good player, but Austin Eckler, you know what I'm saying? Justin Herbert showed me something that it's going to be him and Allen. It's going to be him and Allen as far as Brady versus Manning, that era when they battled each other all the time. And nothing against Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be one of those guys like Ben that sneaks in to get a couple or somebody like that. That's still going to be a Hall of Famer and be elite, or Drew Brees or something like that. They'll sneak in to get some. I think it's Herbert and Allen. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, Allen, you know me, I think Allen's the best. So I can't argue with you. I'll give Mahomes a little bit more credit than that though. But
I just don't like that motherfucker, man.
Well, so you think they're all three is going to be battling for Super Bowls for the next?
I just think, I think Kenny Pickett's going to be stepping up in there here in a little bit too.
I think Tua is going to be.
Oh shit! All right, look, I said they're going to be this year's Manning and Brady. All right, we're 18 in. Okay, good. We got time. All right, week 1 of Raw Fantasy League. Like Brandon said, he scored the most points. I scored the lowest. I scored like 80-some points. What the fuck? It was awful. Drew beat me. Tommy beat Swole. Shaman, after he was talking so much trash about
Josh
dude, I told y'all it ain't over. Tommy
was
like, I don't think you can win.
The rest of your team sucks.
I said, I'm confident.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm decent at this fantasy thing, though. Oh.
George Teague beat Derek. Dion beat Chris in the closest game. And then Keith beat Mustache Kev. This week coming up, I got to play Keith, who already got a fucking garbage town double touchdown against me.
Yo, that throw was on the money, though.
But that's how good. That's why I said I think he's going to be MVP. I think he's the guy, dude.
Yeah.
Tommy plays Dion, and both teams are 1-0, so somebody is going to be undefeated. Derek and Swole in the Doo-Doo Bowl. I think both of them suck. I can't wait till I play them. Kevin plays Brandon. How you feel about that, Brandon?
Kevin's got a tough team.
His auto-pick team is pretty decent, but if Swift plays, I didn't know he was hurt. But
yeah, he's hurt, dude.
I think I'll be all right, hopefully.
And Keith against me, you feel good?
I'm worried about Najee.
You
I'm
starting
feeling
him?
good.
You starting him?
I
Well, I'm
told you
gonna
to
have
trade
to if
him.
he's
I
playing.
told you to trade him.
Who would you start if he's not playing?
Brees
I mean,
Hall.
he is playing. He said he's playing. So
I mean, Brees Hall's my other choice.
Liz Frank injuries don't go away, man. Like
And if I
Yeah.
wish Miami would play Raheem Mostert more, I'd play him because he's a
we
beast
can't
every
run the
time he gets on
fucking
the
ball.
field.
Chase Evans has looked way better than I thought he was going to be.
And what do you know? I had Derrick Henry's backup as one of my last draft picks, and he's on my bench with 20-some points last week.
How did he get that many points?
Caught a
Because he scored the
touchdown.
touchdowns.
And Derrick
He's
Henry-
catching
That'd be good.
passes because they ain't got to receive.
Yeah, he's catching passes.
Wow. Yeah, because Derrick Henry can't catch. George Teague won. He plays Chris. We'll see how that's going to go. So I know we 20 minutes in. I really want to get to these 5 favorite sports rivals.
Favorite, not best, but
The
favorite.
favorite ones.
Okay.
Like the ones you enjoyed watching, like, oh shit, I gotta watch this, see what these what's gonna happen in these. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? I'm
I
gonna
kind
start
of
with you,
thought of it a
Keith. Go
little
from
differently.
5-1 since you said you were ready. Then I'll give Brandon a second.
I don't have any particular order. I just thought of like 5 rivalries.
go ahead.
I'm not even going to talk about my favorite, which is Steelers Ravens. We already know that. I won't even talk about that. I mean, but I got some interesting ones in mind. McNabb and T.O. That was a good rivalry. I mean, whose
Okay.
on side were you on? Were you on T.O. side or were you on McNabb's side?
I got
You know
it.
what
I
I'm
like
saying?
that.
So like
Yeah.
people don't, the younger generation might not even know nothing about that, but that was pretty cool to live.
And that
go through
lasted a little while too.
Yeah, and it did, and they went to a Super Bowl and everything. Another one, one that I liked watching as far as teams was Lakers Kings. A lot of people might not remember that from back in the days. That was a good one. I was always rooting for the Kings, and I would get
Yes.
You and
so
everybody
mad
else.
they would go to Game 7s and lose. Another one, a guy who's in the news right now, Favre and the Packers. Brett Favre and the Packers. They drafted Aaron Rodgers. He ends up going to the rival team Minnesota, and
Almost went to a Super Bowl.
Almost went to the Super Bowl, and that was a good little rivalry.
Yeah.
Another one that started out bad but had a happy ending was Larry Brown and Allen Iverson.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. All right.
Yeah, and I actually just recently read a story about that and about what was going on, and Iverson was at fault for a lot of that in the early days, but he matured, and it paid off in the end. I mean, he got MVP and they went to the finals. And then of course I had Belichick Brady. Wasn't really quite a rivalry, but it was a rivalry in the public's eye and in the media's eye.
It ain't over yet.
Yeah, because who was better? Was the Patriots' success because of Belichick or was it because of Brady? I always thought it was Brady. Brandon thought it was Belichick, but I really do think it's Brady. But those are my rivalries I thought about.
I like those.
Interesting rivalries.
Some of those are I never even thought about. You ready, Brandon? Or you want me to do mine? I can't hear you, Brandon.
Brandon froze up on me a while ago. His face looked like.
I can't hear him. Can you hear me? He ain't never had no problems. It's weird. Still can't hear you, dude.
Now?
Now you can. Yeah.
There you go.
Are you ready or you want me to go first?
No, I mean I can go with one.
All right, go ahead.
Shaq and Kobe, I'd put up there.
Shaq and Kobe. Yep.
UNC Duke. I enjoy
What
watching.
any particular year though?
I mean, every time they play, I hate both of them, and I don't know why I like it.
I watch it though.
Florida State, Miami, back in the day.
Yeah, with the missed kicks from Florida State all the time.
Lakers, Celtics, and then my favorite's Alabama, Auburn.
Okay. No particular games or people or nothing.
I mean, I would like to say the Marino and Kelly in the early 90s, but we didn't win a fucking anytime. So.
Right. I feel you. All right, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna do mine from 5-1. I got 2 of them that almost should have made the list. I had Kings and Lakers like you did. Keith, that little sequence with Sacramento Queens, Chris Webber, that jump was fun to watch.
That was a
Fun
good
to
team.
watch. And then I had my other would have made it was when the Pats were playing the Jets when Rex Ryan was the coach.
Yep.
And when they had like Bart
Sanchez.
Scott, can't wait, finally got through, and Wes Welker and them making fun of dude's wife with the foot fetish and all that.
Yeah.
They had a sequence with Mark Sanchez being the quarterback when they went to the AFC Championship game twice. That was pretty fun. My number 5 was OBJ versus Josh Norman. When them bugs,
Ooh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? Carolina, them bugs would fight every time they played, even when Josh Norman came to Washington. They were fighting every single time. It was fun to watch that. Number 4 was Manning and Brady, just watching greatness to see who was finally going to get over the hump. And I think that's what we're going to see in Herbert and Allen. My number 3 was back in the day with Alonzo Mourning and then with the Heat going against the Knicks. Them bugs were fighting them playoff games. Anthony Mason and all. Yo, it was fighting.
The broken jaw too, right?
Yeah. Coaches Pat Riley going against Gunman. Yo, it was fun to watch that playoff series all the time. My number 2 was what you already said, the Ravens and Steelers. Back with Suggs and Ray Lewis going. Yo, them games, I remember one time it was either Christmas. I think it was a Christmas game. It's like the last Christmas game or a Thanksgiving game. It might have been Thanksgiving. I don't know. But these guys with Hines Ward, they were bloodbaths. These games were like, these dudes.
Ben had that crooked nose and still won.
Hated each other, yo. Hated each other. I loved it. My number 1 is Kobe Bryant fans versus LeBron James fans.
Yes,
that's going to be my favorite because that's going to go along for a long time. No matter what LeBron James does, we're always going to argue with them. As a Kobe fan, I'm always going to argue against a LeBron fan about just things that they don't understand. They're stuck with stats and all these things. So those are mine. Anybody just thought of one real quick that popped in their mind?
Skins Cowboys is good.
Who?
Skins Cowboys.
Yeah, that's always good, but we always fucking lose.
Well,
we always fucking lose.
I mean, Steelers Cowboys in the 70s, but that was before our time, really.
Yeah.
But
I had another one, 49ers Dallas, when Dion would change teams
in the 90s.
Rings. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
And then Florida State, Florida, that was a fun one.
Well,
back in the 90s.
What games though?
Football. When they had Warful, and then we had like Charlie Ward.
Oh yeah.
And back
y'all
in
lost
those days,
Virginia on that goal line stand. I love that.
Shawn Michaels,
Bret Hart.
I was gonna say Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold.
I was gonna say Shawn Michaels.
I thought about that shit.
Yeah, we say Shawn Michaels versus who?
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. Yeah, I mean those are things I'll still go back and watch that. Like
Brock
on the
Lesnar,
network,
Roman
you got
Reigns.
the network too, Keith?
Yeah.
You got the network
Yep.
on Peacock.
Yep.
You see how they got the rivalries and all that?
Yeah.
Good.
Like the A&E stuff is good.
Yeah, that's good too. That's good
stuff
too.
that's coming on A&E.
All right, so this week, guys,
Florida State, dude.
since we are all fantasy champions out here, I know y'all probably don't have a list of all the games, but what game do you think is going to have the biggest fantasy impact?
Of
Y'all probably
the
don't know all
NFL
the
game?
games. Huh?
You talking about the NFL?
Yeah, NFL.
Yeah.
We got Washington Lions, Pats Steelers, Jets Browns, Bucks Saints, Panthers Giants, Colts Jags, Dolphins Ravens, Falcons Rams, Seahawks Niners, Bengals Cowboys, Texans Broncos, Cardinals Raiders, Bears Packers, Titans Bills.
I'm gonna go Monday night, man.
Which Monday night game?
Oh shit, that's right. There's two.
Titans Bills or Vikings Eagles?
Vikings Eagles, man. That's a tough game to call. Plus, I got a lot of players on both teams.
That's a potential NFC championship game
that
right there.
That is the NFC championip game. That's why when you said the Vikings might go to the Super Bowl.
Well, I said it last week. Remember, you laughed like, I'll let you put it. And I'm like,
I really think that might happen. I'm not sold on Tampa Bay. The Rams look suspect.
Yeah. And who else is it? I mean,
who else is supposed to be fighting for these spots?
I don't look so crazy for calling Washington making the playoffs.
Maybe so. Yeah, you did pick Washington, didn't you?
Yeah.
You and Kevin were the only two.
I thought you picked them to make the playoffs.
I did, but I changed.
But we can't sleep on the Rams waking back up, though, man.
What?
I don't know.
We can't sleep on the Rams, dude.
They ain't the same.
I got him in Super Bowl.
That's why I'm running with Allen Robinson this week, because I think he's going to have a big game, yeah.
With all of our teams winning, right now, do you feel better or worse going forward, Brandon?
I feel better. Even if we lose, I feel better.
Because we all hypothetically was saying all these things, but actually watching him for 1 week, You do feel better. You think?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we didn't do good last week, but New England's defense is solid. It's a division opponent. They're not going to suck. I mean,
right.
I like our coach. Everybody seems happy now. So
yeah, I like y'all's coach a lot.
What do you think, Keith? Because you know y'all should have lost that game.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, man, Brandon.
But you feel better,
but we gave y'all the player to win it.
Good?
I mean, I feel good, man. But I'm gonna tell you what Brandon's not gonna like what I say. But I told him earlier, yo,
Flores
got
nothing to do with
has changed our run defense. Yo,
dude.
we had the worst run defense in the league last year, which I don't understand because we got great talent. Did you see our run defense last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
man.
Did
you see that kid? We traded y'all for a pack of Snickers.
We're playing inspired football with TJ Watt hurt. We're gonna rally around that shit. I'm telling you, I'm
speaking of, I should get to change my pick for defensive player of the year now.
Right here, Keith. The Steelers will still be below 500.
All right, that's all right. Well, we'll be 1,000 after Sunday after we beat the Pats.
I don't know.
And you might beat them. You might.
I don't know.
And then we got the Browns on. Then we got the Browns on Thursday night. We're gonna be
3-0, Keith.
I know.
And still not finish over 500. Damn.
Then I think we got the Jets after that or something like that. I think.
Get the fuck out of here. Your schedule's real hard.
We got Buffalo and then the Bears.
Who has a chance to pull off the biggest upset? Week 2.
Bears.
No. You really think the Bears gonna beat Green Bay, don't you?
I don't. I mean, I did not like what I saw
in our thing.
No, I picked the Packers, but I mean,
how many people forgot to pick last night's game besides me?
I didn't. I picked the Chargers. I might as well have forgot.
I would have picked the Chargers. I ain't pick either.
What's your upset of the week, Brandon? My upset of the week was right. Giants over Titans. And Vikings over.
I was almost right. I said the Lions might do it, and they almost did.
Who's this week, though?
This week, I see 2 of them. That's too small. That's not an upset.
Dallas.
I say the Cardinals over the Raiders. No, Cardinals over the Raiders.
Cardinals over the Raiders.
Cardinals over the Raiders. That is, I mean, that's a toss-up, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're a 6-point underdog, dude.
Yeah, what? But eye test tells me it's close.
Yeah, but I don't see that as.
And,
I got the Jaguars beating the Colts.
That's what I'm saying. That's 3 points.
Again,
that's the other one.
Jaguars beat the Colts
like they did last year to put us in the playoffs.
But I got the big one though. Atlanta over the Rams. 0-2.
No, that's the pick of the week right there, dude. Rams.
Okay.
Atlanta over the Rams.
Nah.
Yo, if that happened, Joe, we all got to do this.
Did anyone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did anyone expect Seattle to win except for me when I said everybody's betting on?
I had a feeling.
Denver,
I just had a weird feeling about
and
the
game. Spread wasn't moving.
I'm not high on the Broncos at all.
I'm not high on Russell Wilson. Never have.
Me either, yo. Speaking of Russell Wilson, go back to Russell Wilson real quick while we got 2.5 minutes. I have always been like he's a system quarterback. He was built in that system to run and whatever. They talk about let him cook. I don't think that's what he's good at. I really don't.
Yeah, I think he's a good leader, and as a winner. But I mean, as far
as
a
game manager,
yeah, I think he is more of a game manager.
So why does he get all this money and all this hype and prestige?
Because he's won. He's got a resume. I mean,
tons of people won already,
and he's got the what do you want to call it? The little commercial appeal, the pretty nerd fuck look, or whatever.
And wearing that little prom tuxedo to the game. Like, what are you doing, dude? He makes me sick. Corny mug. Cornball, punk ass.
and if you're that good, why are you okay with a 64-yard field goal standing over there?
Right, that's me and Keith were talking about earlier, Brandon. That's what we were saying. Like, he was cool to say, oh, he missed the kick, but I put him down there.
No, you got to go to the coach like, yo, I can get 5 fucking yards.
Exactly.
Give me $1 billion. I mean,
dude, honestly, I don't know. It's kind of tough to judge that game because, man, the whole.
Would you kick a 64-yard field goal?
I don't care how loud it is. I saw Javonte Williams catch every damn dump off.
Who's Denver
for
playing?
At least 5 yards all game.
Houston.
They're going to destroy Houston.
I don't know.
Sunday.
I don't know. Because Davis Mills ain't that bad.
Are the Ravens retarded? They offer Lamar Jackson between 160 and 180. He
But
told the world.
Is
Why
he
can't they
retarded
just
for
give him
turning it
190
down?
guaranteed and lock him up?
But what's $10 million?
That's my point. Why'd you drag this
But
out?
does he
But
want to
why
be
wouldn't
there?
he just take it?
He
I
don't want to be
understand.
there.
He didn't want.
I'll-
No, they said they offered him between 160 and 180.
He
Watson
don't want to
got
be there.
230.
That's
So they
all.
Murray
offered
got
him 170?
189. Wilson got 165.
I
If
think
But
they're
Murray
you know
got
what the
crazy to offer
details of
$189,
these contracts?
I wouldn't
if-
offer it.
If Murray got 189 and Watson got 230, they should have said, "Yo, I'll give you 195 right now."
Yeah, he would have taken that probably.
What's 15 million to lock up your franchise quarterback?
I think you're crazy to give
Gosh.
him that much.
All right, we wrapping it up, guys. We're almost done. I want to say, what's up? Glad I met you today, Marcus. You know what I'm saying? He played at JMU, went to VMI. I can't wait to link up with you and do some more big time things. Hansbro Brothers, thank y'all for coming on. Appreciate it. Brandon, I guess we're done for tonight,
All right.
but that's a dope lead you got. Appreciate
Thank
y'all.
Yeah, thank you, man.
And I got a lucky win in my work league. I was 1-5 in all my leagues. Did anybody win both y'all? FFF.
I won
Raw?
both, yeah.
You won, yeah, because you scored the most in both. Damn,
Yeah.
we thought Tommy had
Yeah,
the
I'm-
best team.